Good evening, guys. Oh my goodness, Facebook did not want us to be great. You will
No.
just appreciate how very hard we fought to be here with you guys today. I mean, we have tried everything. We've even prayed, y'all. Please let Facebook. Okay, I'm just kidding. Don't y'all inbox me, but I can pray to Facebook works. There's nothing wrong with that. But guys, this is the last day of Passion Week, and I'm kind of sad though. But overall, it has been truly amazing. If this is your first time watching tonight, that's okay. We're glad to have you continue to watch. We're here around. I was gonna say 8:30-ish, but this is around 9-ish. But to our defense, Facebook been kind of clowning. So we've been trying, very deliberately to get on here. But just in case you don't know who I am, my name is Chanel Blackmore. I am affectionately known as the Purpose Pusher, and frustrated, tired, overworked women hire me to help them find their purpose and be re-inspired with their lives. Y'all, it's Passion Week. And just look at everybody that's here with me. Oh my gosh, I'm super excited. We've got some new additions to the weekend crew. I'm so excited. Man, y'all just don't know. If I had a little bit of drink, I wouldn't pour it out. I would drink it. But I want to allow my co-host to, introduce themselves, starting with LJ. LJ, tell the people who you are and what you do.
I am LJ Henderson. I am the First Lady of Education, your guru and go to for the next generation. So, pretty much, I help people that are interested in having their own early childhood learning centers start those. And I am the advocate for the little ones. My background is in speech therapy, but I have a passion to make certain that children start school prepared. And that is what I'm spending my life work doing from this point on.
Girl, because our babies need help.
Yes.
They do. They need somebody that care about them. They need somebody that's passionate about their development and their future. We need more people like you. So my hat's off to you. I think that the BYOB show is going to be very blessed to have you, because some of us as parents, my kids are grown, but I do have a grandson. We sometimes we don't know what's best or what to do, especially when it comes to education. I know a lot of y'all now at home with y'all babies. This COVID thing has our babies out of school. I homeschooled for many, many years. So, and my grandson is homeschooled. So we're not really feeling that effect. But I couldn't imagine if I have never homeschooled before, having my child come home, eating up all my COVID quarantine groceries. And I got to teach you too. Somebody got to come get them. I don't know. So my hat's off to you. Much love for your life's work. I appreciate your passion. So next up, Kayshawn Brooks. Kayshawn Brooks, who is also kind of new to BYOB. Kayshawn, come off mute. Introduce yourself and tell the people who you are. I'm going to share. Those of you that are joining us, thank you guys. I see all 42 of you. Go ahead and share the broadcast. Invite your people. We're going to have a real conversation about quitting your job, y'all. Some of y'all don't want to go back after this quarantine is over. I wouldn't. Kayshawn, introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. I am Kayshawn Brooks. I am the owner of Renew You Body Butters. I make luxury skincare products to help others naturally help with their skin, with a dry skin, dermatitis, eczema, things of that nature. I have a background in nursing, so my passion for helping others, I'm learning with this coaching and guidance with these beautiful, educated, experienced women to turn my passion into something. I'm using that into something that I love, so I can eventually quit my job. And Renew You Body Butters is going to help me do that.
Girl, ashy
Thank
elbows all over the world, just praising hallelujah. But everybody go, hey,
Hallelujah.
everybody wave your ashy elbow. Oh my God, but it's much, much more than that. Especially busy women, we don't have time to take care of our skin. We don't have time. I mean,
Right.
I can remember, if I could be transparent, I bought a whole beauty kit one time because somebody told me I needed it. And step one, you got to do this. Step two, you got to do this. Step three, you got to do this. Step four, you got to go back to step one if you forgot step two. I was like, I'm just going to have wrinkled face. It's too
Right.
much for
Too
me.
much.
But
Too
a
much.
simple routine, something simple, a little water on my face, a little grease so I don't dry out. Simple. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you, sis. I'm so
Yeah.
glad that you're here. Thank you. Miss
You're
Vicky,
welcome.
come on off mute and tell the people who you are. Vicky is also one of our new co-hosts. Y'all, the weekend night's about to be blessed. That's all I can say. If you got stuff to do on the weekends at night, you need to just when you quarantine. What you got to do? Turn that TV off. Get on Facebook Live. These women are going to bless your life. Miss Vicky, tell them who you are and what you do.
Well, it is definitely a pleasure to be among you ladies. I am Vicky Kirk May. I'm the earthly influence that shows up every single day. And what I do is I help educators to elevate their mindset, to escape that paycheck to paycheck existence, and then to eliminate burnout so that they can live their best life and be the best version of themselves.
Girl, I understand that. A lot, just being honest with ourselves about the things that we need to do to keep things together. It's important to have that voice in your life, even if it is on a broadcast once a week,
Mm-hmm.
to just tell you, you can do this.
That's
Be
it.
encouraged.
That's
Do
it.
you need prayer? Let me pray for you. Whatever. We don't do that enough. And Vicky, I think, and I've been with you on a couple other panels, and I can just see just how you bless the people, that in your voice is a blessing. In your voice is an anointing. And I think that when people have that it begins to heal them where they can't see. So this weekend panel that y'all are privy to on Facebook Live, you need to make it here. Make it here every weekend. I'm just saying. I'm on one tonight. Tisha is, of course, a regular on the BYOB show After Dark. You got to do it like that. After Dark. Tisha, come on off mute. Tell everybody who you are and what you do.
Hey, everybody. Hey, weekend crew. What's up, y'all? I'm so excited to be here with these ladies. Yes, part of the week BYOB After Dark. I'm excited to be here, and it's Passion Week. It has been a phenomenal week. Chanel, oh my goodness, I'm so excited for the people that have been inspired and encouraged and uplifted because of this week. It's been the bomb, y'all. You need to find out how you can get them replays. Trust me when I say, because you need this information. I'm Tisha M. Johnson. I'm your relationship coach. I am the lady who helps you get the love of your life. And I'm excited to be able to do that. And Jennifer trying to be messy. I told her to focus, because she thinks she see Mr. Wonderful in the comments. Mr. Wonderful is working.
Somebody think you wonderful in the comments.
Hey.
I wasn't gonna be messy, but Jennifer opened the door, so I'm gonna come
See, y'all
on.
so bad. Weekend crew, do not pick up these habits.
Don't y'all want to know who that is? I just want to know.
But I'm excited to be here. Listen, share this broadcast.
Sir, who are you?
You
up and don't engage us. All right, Tisha. I see your face getting red. So, guys, listen, those of you that are watching on Facebook, thank you so much for joining us. YouTube, hello, thank you. Subscribe, YouTube watchers. Make sure you subscribe to the show so that way every time we're live, you'll get a little bell. It'll tell you that we're live so you can join us. My Periscope crew, guys, thank you guys for hanging out with us. You've been with us strong all week this week for Passion Week, and just as a general supporters of the show. So thank you. Remember, swipe up, hit share the broadcast, invite your followers. Coming to the stage, I gotta give an introduction, all right? And I'm not gonna do like Steve Harvey when he introduced Jesus, but I will say, if you are looking for a way to be free of the bondage that your job has you in, this is the young lady to help you get free. Her story is so powerful. Her heart is so sweet. Now, she came on into the community. I had to kind of take her under my wing, call her Nunu, because she was acting brand new a whole lot. And she still do. It's been almost a year. She still, but that's okay though. But if you want to know the strategy, if you need an exit plan, if you are sick and tired of your stupid advisor getting paid more than you, pimping you for your gifts, using you, getting all of your ideas, he's getting promoted and you are stuck at the management level that you're in, if your money does not match your work and your efforts, might be time to let some things go. So without further ado, I want to introduce you to Jennifer King. She is our exit strategist. Jennifer has some things to share with you. Invite followers, take notes, and make sure that you follow the instructions. Don't just come here and listen. Take that information and apply it. Jennifer, come on and bless the people.
Thank you so much, Chanel. Thank y'all for putting me on program. I'm super excited to be here.
Don't make me take the mic. Don't
Huh?
make me take the mic. Go
Okay,
ahead.
okay, I won't. All right. Our Facebook wouldn't let us be great this morning on purpose because it's the people that are in the room tonight that are ready to receive this. They wasn't ready this morning. They wasn't ready this morning. So y'all be ready to receive this. I'm going to introduce myself. I'm going to actually do a presentation, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story. And you can identify with this, each and every one of you, if you work a job, and if it was unfortunate that you got laid off or furloughed, then you're going to resonate even more with this. I worked on a plantation for 33 years. I'm the Amazon best-selling author of 33 Years a Slave. And yes, you are a slave if you go to a job because you are sharecropping for somebody else. You are going to work every day putting your energy into someone else's dream. Now, that being said, and I'm gonna talk about this in the presentation, it's not your fault because we were raised to get a good job, work hard, and retire. And I'm gonna cover that in the presentation. I am super excited to be in this community. I am so blessed that somebody shared the broadcast with me. So if you don't feel like this is for you, or if I've already turned you off telling you a slave, go ahead on and share this with somebody else. Because it was somebody that shared the broadcast with me that freed me with hard work after 8 months. After working 33 years, accepting the pay they gave me, having them tell me what to do and when to do. So if you don't feel like this is for you, and I'm not saying don't be grateful for your job, but once somebody shared the broadcast with me and I came across Coach Danielle Winningham, it changed my life. And I am so super passionate about what happened to me that I want to pass that on to you guys. So let me go ahead on and get started. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask the questions in the chat and we will address them, or we can do questions at the end. I'm going to be talking about your exit plan. And now couldn't be more of a better opportunity to be focused on an exit plan because a couple of things are going to happen as a result of COVID-19. You're either going to love working from home and want to stay home, or you're going to have to go back and not want to go back. Either way, you may end up having to do something you don't want to do because you don't have an exit plan. And you may be saying, I've only been on my job about 5 or 10 years. Guys, have y'all seen, I haven't even shared my screen. Hold please, hold please, hold please. What am I doing? Let me escape. Hold on, y'all. I'm a little challenged. I was all in it. And I'm looking over here on my controls and I'm like, they can't see nothing. Can't see nothing. And y'all didn't tell me. Now, Tisha trying to get back with me. She could have told me, Jennifer, are you supposed to be showing a presentation? But see, she trying to be low-key messy. But I didn't make that comment earlier. Mr. Wonderful did. I'm just saying. Mr. Wonderful made that comment, not me. Not me. Okay? So here we go. I'm going to have to get y'all off my screen. Let me back up. So as I was saying, we're talking about your exit plan. So if you don't have a plan, you will continue to be at a job for 33 years like I was, if not more. And most people nowadays don't even have a retirement plan. So my question to you is, what are you going to do when you get too old to work? If you're living paycheck to paycheck right now, if you can't work anymore, if you get laid off, furloughed, whatever, this is my story. That might not be you. Y'all might be Gucci on your job. Y'all might be like, I'm making plenty of money. But what if that company closes? Look how many industries are in crisis right now. right now? How many people are being furloughed? I am so grateful that somebody shared the broadcast with me, and I want you guys to share out the broadcast as well, because that's one share changed my life. And this information I'm about to bring to you is going to be life changing. It's going to be food for thought. But are you willing to look at your situation now? I was at a conference yesterday, and one of the speakers talked about people are realizing right now just how fragile their finances are. My finances are not fragile right now because someone shared the broadcast with me. I got with Coach Danielle Whittingham. She prepared my mind, my body, my soul, and my bank account for COVID-19. She prepared us. So I'm having a real different experience right now than most people, right? I was prepared for this. Are you prepared? And if you weren't prepared, why not get prepared? So let's get into this. So my question to you is, are you a frustrated employee who feels like your job is the only option to making money is to work a job? That was me. That's most people. That's your only option, because we're not brought up with an entrepreneurial spirit. We're just not. So a job that you go to daily because you have to work to live. I get it. You got to work to live. You're like, okay, I can't quit my job. I got to pay my rent. I got to do this, that, and the third. I get that. I had to too. What if I offered you the opportunity to take your gifts and talents and passion and build a profitable business so that you no longer have to go to a job? Have you ever thought about it that way? And the expert, let me repeat, the expert help you need to take your gifts and talents and build a business so that you never have to go to a job. So that instead of going to work daily, creating plans and implementing ideas that make money for others, you can use your gifts and talents to make money for yourself. Would you take me up on that offer? See, I spent over 33 years using my gifts and talents working on someone else's dream. With more than 26 years in management, helping others develop their skills and knowledge so that they could advance their career. Now, as a business coach, my sole mission is to help you take your skills and knowledge to build a profitable business. Let me first share with you a little bit more about Jennifer King. I am a retired regional director from the Texas Department of Criminal Justice after nearly 34 years. I've recrafted my life to help others be free to live a life that they love. I'm an Amazon best-selling author of 33 Years a Slave, Removing Chains from Life, Love, and Business. I've authored multiple books, journals, and planners about mindset and business. I've also launched several workshops and workbooks to help individuals focus on mindset and business strategies to build a profitable business. Let me repeat that, to build a profitable business. My big goal is to teach you what it takes to make a permanent departure from the workforce into the world of being a full-time entrepreneur. So if you're someone who is ready to use your gifts and talents to build a profitable business, but don't know how to monetize those gifts and talents, this video presentation may be the most important webinar you ever watch. In the next few minutes, you are about to discover the same formula I use to get out of my head and build a profitable business that not only freed me, but also has freed others from their job. Your exit plan. After this presentation, you will be able to understand how I will help you get out of your head, change your mindset about working a job, and build a profitable business so that you no longer have to work a job. You probably already know this, but working a job is what we're taught to do. You have been conditioned all your life by virtually everyone that you come in contact with. Get a good job and work hard so it's not your fault. You were not presented with many other options, if any. But think back to the many times you've heard our elders and our peers talk about and celebrate the fact that we have a good job. This is one of the most prized possessions in human culture. But just because everyone else is doing it doesn't mean that you should too. In fact, one of the greatest secrets to big business and corporations is to foster the false sense of security among employees. so that you won't want to leave, despite how they treat you, despite the low pay, despite the fact that you may hate your job, despite the fact that you are overworked. They make you think that you can't make it without them. They make you think they need you and that you can stay as long as you want, in spite of the unexpected layoffs in virtually every industry every year. So now that we know different, we need to do different. You can do something now to make sure that you are in full control of your current and future income. Much of what you may be missing and how you may be feeling is because you have not been able to shift your mindset from a full-time employee to a full-time entrepreneur. And it's not that you haven't tried. If you try time and time again without results, you need to understand that building a profitable business involves reconditioning of the mind, body, and spirit, so that you can understand that you were not created to work someone else's dream. And just like you may have tried in the past to build a business so that you can exit your job, now is the time for you to get the help to do just that. Because the truth is, if you could have done it alone, you would have done it already. And that's where the exit plan comes in. So I want to reveal why your exit plan works so well. Until you overcome the mental mind games that your job play you need for security, you will remain at a job growing someone else's dream. Until you have the strategy to build a profitable business, you will remain at a job working someone else's profits. Until you know how much money you need to be free, you will be teetering on the edge of a business. Building profitable business and working a job is not only frustrating, but it becomes tiresome real quick. And it will be easy to give up and stay at a job and build someone else's dreams and profits. And you will find yourself doing things such as justifying in your mind why you need to stay at your job, because it will be easier to give up. But what you don't realize is that you are giving up on yourself and your future. You will be giving up on building generational wealth, a legacy for your family, and the painful truth is you will never get rich working a job. Let me repeat that. The painful truth is you will never get rich working a job. You must do something now in order to get free from your job. Your exit plan involves the same strategy that allowed Chiquita Lindsay to leave her job of over 38 years. She had tried building a business in the past with some success, but not enough to replace her income and be able to leave her job. Your exit plan involves the same strategy that also allowed me to build a profitable business so that I could leave my job after nearly 34 years of being there. To be honest, it wasn't until a few years ago I even realized that freedom was possible. I tried my best to get free. I didn't know how, and so I was doing everything wrong. I thought I had to have multiple streams of income, so I started 3 or 4 different businesses at a time. Wrong. I kept worrying about things like logos and business names. Wrong and wrong. None of those things could really free me from my job. And even though I did all those things wrong, I knew that staying at a job could be gone, at a job that could be gone in just any minute. Wrong too. I refused to give up on my freedom, just like I refused to give up on a job. It was my frustration that led me to the formula that not only freed me, but is also freeing others. And before you ask me how much does it cost, let me first ask you what working a job is costing you. For me, it cost me a lot of stress, anxiety, and time away from my kids and peace. In fact, the mass majority of millionaires built their businesses because of their frustration from working a job and making someone else rich. They took their knowledge, skills, and abilities and created a business with them. So if you're working a job making someone else rich, you can work for yourself and make you rich. So no matter what is taking up your time now, nothing is more important than this. So if you want us to help you personally create your exit plan, I want to give you a chance to get on the phone with me and see how I can personally help you create the perfect exit plan for you. And when you have a plan, you save the time and the frustration of doing things that are not going to free you from your job. You save the money investing in things that you don't need, and you move much faster towards exiting your job. You can schedule a call to speak with my team at bit.ly/exit call. When you work with us, we will personally give you the strategy, because you have to know how to build a profitable business and the mindset, because until you overcome the mental games, mind games that jobs play on you, for security, and have the money and the strategy, you will not be comfortable leaving your job. So strategy plus mindset equals revenue. I have limited spots available, so schedule your call now at bit.ly, bit.ly/exit call. Your exit plan is waiting for you.
Oh, girl, that was good. No, put the page back up. People didn't get to see the link.
Okay, let me put it.
Oh my goodness.
Thank
How
you
many years of
so
slavery?
much. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Let me see.
How many years a slave?
33 years a slave.
33 years working for a corporation that will never value you, that will never encourage you. Can we just talk about it, y'all? Because this after dark, like this grown woman talk. If you can't handle it, it's okay, y'all. Y'all can go somewhere else and listen to somebody lie to you. But we're talking for real. How long are we going to stay on these jobs? What's happening on these jobs now?
People aren't there because and small businesses are being hit the hardest. But you think about the large corporations, think about the airlines, your theaters, your movie theaters. There are no jobs at corporate. There's so much going on right now. They're comparing this recession to the Great Depression. Now they were saying that we're not talking about people being in bread lines, but we might be in a toilet paper line, because I was in a toilet paper line.
Girl, what they doing without the toilet paper? No, y'all. What are y'all doing without a toilet paper? Toilet paper people.
I don't know, girl. I
What
don't
is going
know.
on?
I don't know. But yeah, I worked at a job all that time thinking I had to be there, thinking that this was all there was for me. But do you know how it felt going to work, being broke? And I had lots of promotions, got degrees, got all kinds of accolades, but I didn't have the right mindset about my money and about my future, because I was told, work a good job, work hard, and retire. Okay, when I looked at the money they were going to give me in retirement, is not enough for me to live on. Now I'm totally unemployable. There's no jobs anyway. But if I went back to a job, I would get fired on the first day, because I'm like, no, that ain't right.
The first hour, Chanel, can you know? My name is No. You know, it's true though, no, it's true. You know, when you start to think about all the years, and listen, I do want to say this. Let me say this as a disclaimer. Nothing in the Most High is wasted. I want somebody to hear that. 40 years on a job, 30 years on a job, it's preparation for when the opportunity does present itself. But when it does, you got to move.
You got to move. And that's what I love about Passion Week, because I tell my clients, I tell everybody, find your passion, because it's going to be a lot of work for you to build your business and work your job at the same time. It took me 8 months of getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, but you got to get up and you got to know the right things to do, because I wasted a whole lot of time doing busy work that, like I said, wanting business cards, wanting logos. That ain't make me no damn money. I'm sorry. Don't put me off.
We out the door. And then you spent money you really didn't need to. And I think that's another problem. A lot of the information that's out there, see, this is why you have to invest. You know, even in getting something for free ain't biblical. Stop looking for people to hand stuff out to you and calling it a blessing. Sowing and reaping, that's a principle. But
That's
give me
good.
everything you know for free so I can make money off of it. That's not biblical.
And you know, one of the things I do when I talk to people, I ask, you know, when we talk about any of the programs or any of the coaching that we do, and they ask how much it is, and then they want a discount, I turn the tables. I'm like, so when I help you build this business to free you, and this is your money that you need to live on, how much of a discount are you going to be willing to give people? See, you'll go to school and you'll give a university, a trade school, or anybody else the money, but we don't see the seed and harvest, right? I went to college for many, many years. I'm still sowing seed into them colleges from them student loans. But you know what? It was that 33 years I'm using that knowledge and skills to build my business, but I couldn't do it by myself, y'all. I couldn't do it by myself. I had to have a coach who worked on my mindset first. Because if you're sitting here saying, oh, I can't do that, and then you have people saying, oh, she's lucky, she got a break. I'm not lucky. We get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and we go hard all day. So don't sit up and say, oh, I had something handed to me, because those books weren't written out of the air. You know, we have all kind, you know, people think that they don't see what's happening. You know, Coach did a great graphic one time where she talked about what's going like an iceberg. What's under an iceberg is so much deeper. You don't see the turmoil. All you see is
Come on, Jennifer.
You don't see it. You don't see me up at 4 o'clock in the morning in Chanel's inbox. You don't see me on the phone with Coach at 5:30 in the morning talking about what we got to do this week. You don't see me up at 12 o'clock back, y'all. But you know what? You can be doing all that stuff, but if you're not doing the right stuff, and that's where you got to get the strategy, because you will waste a lot of time. You will get frustrated and you will quit. Let me repeat that. You will waste a lot of time. You will get frustrated and you will get quit, and you will reside at a job that is paying you what they want you to have. Now I pay myself what I want me to have.
I know that's right. Come on now.
I'm sorry.
Don't start nothing. No, you're going to start something up in here.
Girl,
you said something that was key. You talked about the sacrifice. And it's so many women that are already sacrificing in so many other areas that they just don't have anything else to give, they think. But I think looking at your life and prioritizing your sacrifices, looking at what it is you got to give up so you can have, so you can create, because you got to give up something. You got to give up something. I gave up TV. I gave up, you know, going out bowling and stuff like that. I wanted to invest in me because my job wouldn't do it. Do you know how many times you sit across your supervisor and he tell you, you know, you're doing this great, but we need to work on this and this. And that's why we couldn't give you more than 1.4%. I think it's time out for having other people determine our altitude. I want to get the other ladies to weigh in. What do y'all think about that? Understanding your worth as it pertains to your business and as it pertains to your passion and working, you know, quitting your job. Anybody can go next.
Well, I know for one, and Jennifer, everything, you have me like bubbling on the inside right now. But one, as you were presenting, one thing that I kept thinking about is that, you know, I was thinking about strategy, But then I also, with that, what was coming to mind as I thought about strategy, I started thinking about the inner work that it takes. And I think you mentioned mindset. And it's so, I know for me, and I love my mom. She did the best that she could do for her 4 children. I mean, we're all doing some great things. And what she taught us was to go to school, get a job, pay your bills. I mean, that was it. And so that's what we did. And I found myself 18 years on the same job, miserable. And so I had to do the inner work. And so I would just suggest to anyone and everyone at this point, I mean, this is a great opportunity. You don't have anything but time. It's to do the inner work.
Yeah.
Do the inner work. Take time out and spend it with yourself. I'm not even going to say spend it with God right now. Take time and get to know who you are. Ask yourself those important questions. What do I like? What makes me happy? What doesn't make me happy? Get to know who you are, because whether you realize it or not, your job has created another you, not the real you. Not the real you. It's that when you show up on that job, you become whoever your employer wants you to be. And so you need to spend time with yourself and just getting to know yourself. And it's going to be ugly. It's not going to feel good. It's not going to look good. It's going to get dark. It's going to get dreary. But I promise you, you're going to come out. You're going to come out of that thing saying, I am amazing. I am great. I can make millions of dollars for myself and not for somebody else. See, I believe in living by biblical principles. And the word does say, that if you make this happen for somebody else, God will make it happen for you. But he also said charity begins at home.
Yeah.
And we have to remember that. So I just thought about that, Jennifer. Part of your strategy needs to be to do the inner work first.
Girl, that was good. That was good. That was good. That is so true. And that's where Coach started with me. She met me where I was, but she saw something in me I didn't even see in myself.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time it took me 8 months to build my business and transition out, by the time I was in that second month, I was a different person at the office. You're not going to take advantage of me. You're not going to do it because they're not fair. And I work for the government, right? We didn't get raises. The 1.4% didn't even exist, but I still go every day and pour everything into that job. For 33 years, I'm sharecropping for somebody else. 33 years a slave. But it's 33 years a slave, removing chains from life, love, and business. Do the work. Because you're not even going to be able to receive the business strategy until you do the work. You're not going to be able to receive it.
Because your mindset has to change. Your mindset has to be the first thing. I remember one of my clients saying, before I started trying to figure out my passion and my purpose, I had a whole set of things I thought I loved until I spent some time looking at my spiritual gifts, looking at my skills, looking at my talents, and none of those things aligned with the person that I was. So I had to shift my mindset. You can't really find out what you love to do if you don't even know yourself. You got to get to know you first. You got to. Come on, LJ. I know you got something. Ooh, Vicky, you almost made me run up out of here, and I ain't right from the waist down. I started to just run around this house, girl. God, dog. I told you. Go to bit.ly/BYOB show 20. You need to stay connected. You need to subscribe on YouTube. Periscope, you need to be here around 9-ish on the weekends. Y'all need to register and connect with this group of ladies because I'm telling you, we all have the same mindset. And that's legacy, that's increased revenue We're talking about wealth and prosperity, don't get that, y'all. It's not prosperity gospel. That's not what I'm talking about. Google prosperity. That's what I'm talking about. It's a wholeness for a human wholeness, peace, love, a sound mind, wealth. It's different. We got to change our mindset. Come on, LJ.
Yeah, I just wanted to say when I was listening to Jennifer talk as well as Vicky, the one thing that I can say, even though we've all been on jobs working for someone else a great deal of time, I see a lot of people that have no experience working for anyone's job that tries to just step out and do something. But I think sometimes we can learn from the skills that we learn on those jobs, which make us better in our business and helps us build our own empires. So I'm thankful for the experiences. Like you said, it's not for naught. It's not going to go to waste. The managerial skills, the dealing with people, all of those things, when you get ready to employ people for your business, all of those things will help you because you did stay the course and you did go through different things and you have learned how to shift and adjust. And so I think that it makes you a better leader in your own organization when you do have that experience and you bring it over. The one thing that I could say during this time, it is a time for us to get quiet. It's a time for us to get skilled, but I think we can take this time and do some interest inventories and find out what things am I good at? What am I strong? Like you can think, okay, well, yes, I like to bake cakes, but what other things can you do if you can't just bake cakes just because you like to bake cakes? If they're good, but if they're not great, then you may not sell them. But if you really look at the core values of who you are and what you're good at, like I was at a conference once and they told everyone in the room to close your eyes. And if you could do anything, if money wasn't an issue, if you didn't have to worry about your bills, if you didn't have to worry about your family, if you didn't have to worry about your loved one, what is the one thing that you would do that brings you the most joy? And so if they said if you did that and you operated in that gift, you'll never work another day in your life because you'll spend the rest of your life operating in your passion, operating in your purpose if you found out what that thing was and put time and energy behind that. And so when I think about us finding our purpose and finding our passion, it's identifying what we're good at doing and then finding a way to monetize that. And so that's what I'm spending a lot of time doing. And that's what I'm encouraging other women to do. My background is education, but I do find joy in being able to help other people help other people. So that doesn't mean that I'm going to go back and do social work like I once thought about doing, but I can find a way to do that with the young people and build the next generation and to make certain that kids right now that can't get into Head Start programs, we can have another set of early childhood learning centers to prepare them because the government structure is not going to give them that, but I could do that with my gifts.
Oh, that's good. That's good, LJ. And you talk a lot about, operating in your gifts. Y'all, and I want to say this, there are gifts that the Most High put in you, you haven't even tapped into yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to let that rest on y'all for just a minute. If you can just imagine the creator of the universe, the one who said, let there be light, the one that formed the man with his own hands out of the dirt, endowed you with more gifts than you can imagine. Not just the one, like Vicky said, that the job brings out of you, because that's a talent, right? That's a talent. I can type about 85 words per minute. That's a skill. But my gift, it comes from the Most High. It's not something I got to practice to perfect because it came from somewhere perfect. Mm-hmm. Understanding and connecting with that, that's when it will make room for you. Hey, make room for you in your storehouse. I just wish I had time to rightly divide that word tonight so you can really see what that means, so that you can really understand that what the Most High put in you was for you to provide a legacy for your family. It wasn't for you to take that and pimp that at a corporation. I don't have nothing against women that want to work. That's fine. Do you. I wanted to be a housewife. And one day I'll tell y'all what had happened. But we have to understand that he's already equipped us to be great. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not something you got to go and do or find to be great. Just be great. That's what knowing your gifts will do. Knowing your purpose and walking in your passion will allow you to be great. Tisha, what you want to say, sis? That was amazing, LJ.
Awesome, awesome. I told y'all these weekend ladies are on fire. And of course, our sister Nunu, the quick chick. Yes, go to the link below, subscribe to the show so you can connect. But I was thinking about earlier in your presentation, you talked about being mad and all of that. Look, I'm mad. Yeah, y'all heard me say it before. I'm going on 24 years with the government. I'm still waiting on my 20-year award. I worked hard. I want my award. And you're right. The 1.4 and 2.1, I mean, what is it? But the thing is, you're absolutely right. You take those skills that you've learned, all of the training. Listen, I was trained by the #1 doctors in the psychological field. That ain't cheap, but they trained me. Somebody else paid the bill for me to be trained. And so don't, kick what you already have, use it for yourself and for the glory of God to increase and enhance what he's already given. It's already in you. It's already in you, but you need a coach and you need a community that's going to support you in your endeavors, that's not going to let you fall. LJ can tell you, we had a conversation the other night. I was like, LJ, you're powerful. You got it. You got to give it to the world. You got to be in a community like this. Vicky, oh my gosh, she just, we. And it's like that with everybody. Everybody is unique in their own way and powerful in their own way. And it's about sisterhood and camaraderie and lifting each other up. Okay, Sean, I don't really know her yet, but I could she like a quiet storm.
I was gonna say a smoldering fire.
Okay. So you gotta be you're at the right place at the right time with the right people. Go ahead. And listen, if this broadcast is not for you, it's for somebody else, share it anyway. I can't tell you how many broadcasts I've shared. I've been on the BYOB show for over a year now. And one of my sisters joined tonight. I invite people all of the time, but tonight was her night. Don't let somebody miss their night because this ain't for you. It's for somebody. And you're here for a reason. So share the broadcast.
That's good, Tisha. I'm gonna just say something real quick. You said something real key. You talked about your employer sending you to training, investing in you, getting that knowledge. That's where people miss the mark. You go to work for somebody and they're paying for your training. But when you get ready to come out to be an entrepreneur, you need to pay for your training, right? You got to invest in you. They're invested in you and they working the dog tail out of you too. Invest in you so you can get out of there. Take those skills. Now, everything I learned over 33 years, sure, I use a lot of it. The biggest difference is I control the money. And the biggest adjustment for me was the movement, how fast we moved, because I worked for the government. Everything took forever. I was slow about it. But when I got in there with Coach and Chanel, it's like, no, let's do this now. They were like at the speed of light, but that's how you have to do. You have to seize the moment. And now that I've learned that, and now that that's what I do, it's very, very different. It's not that a lot of stuff I didn't know how to do. I just wasn't executing fast enough, and lack of execution fast enough keeps your bank account negative.
Ask me how I know.
Yes, it does. Y'all, if you're enjoying this tonight, again, all of us have said it. Share the broadcast, invite your followers, subscribe on our YouTube channel, and get involved. Start to soak up some of this information. And this is great, but it's nothing like getting in one of our programs. It's nothing like sitting down in a setting like this and it being all about you. You have to invest in your next level. I'm just gonna put it to you like that. You can only get so far watching free things on Googling videos. You can only get so far because that's information. What you need is a plan, a strategy. You need implementation, and you need accountability. You need to have somebody that's going to hold you accountable to transform your mindset. You need somebody that's going to hold you accountable to the things you say you want. But then again, you got to think about it. How bad do you really want it? Nunu wanted it so bad. She was up at 4 o'clock, working with us all through the day, then go to work. then get off work and work with us. Building our business. Listen, I used to work 60 and 70 hours a week at my job. Wasn't even batting an eye at it. I was used to it. I had been conditioned. And my boss would tell me, well, you know, you the manager. So you need to be the first one here and the last one gone. You can't leave before your people leave. They can't see you leaving early and they still here working. So you have got to hang in there. You got to be the example. Meanwhile, he was going home with his $275,000 a year making self. I made good money. But when you start to look at, there's no comparison, that you can't take your child to China for a cultural experience, that you can't take your baby on a cross-country trip because, you know, you don't have vacation time or you can't afford it. If you invested that much time, let me take it off y'all, because that's not right. If I invested over 16,000 hours on a job a year, how come I can't do that for myself? You need to ask yourself that same thing. What, are they more valuable than you? You care more about how they profit than how you profit? You need to start asking yourself those hard questions. Why you don't go hard for yourself the way you do for them folks? Come on, Kayshawn. And I know you have something you want to share, sis.
I would like to share that in your purpose, it makes you find who you are, who the real you are, and what you're willing to put up with, and what the gift that God put inside of you to do. You know, I spent many years following that same plan, you know, that everyone teaches, you know, go to school, get a degree, get a job, retire, and get a retirement check. And have you noticed normal people who ever retired, has anyone ever said their retirement check was enough ever in mankind history of us common folks? No. So it's like, how is that ingrained into our DNA so hard to go that path when it's not the way? But when you're finding your purpose and your path and you're putting passion behind it, you start to think differently.
Am I froze? Oh.
Because, you know, mindset started to change. But then when I started reading, I'm on a whole nother level that school doesn't teach you, whether if it's high school, college, or anything like that. So when my mind, I was like, wait a minute, I can take everything that I've learned in school, plus on the job, these promotions and to get the attention. So I turned it around and was like, you know what? If you're not going to give me the raise, give me the money that I know that I deserve, or the position that I can take and implement that into my business and take it with me. And I thank God for that, because now it has led me to coaching and to guidance of how to be able to take all of that information, because I don't know how to take that. And I can see it, but I can't put it in. But I need that guidance, and that comes from investing. And this, you know, coaching program that I invested in was the most expensive thing that I've ever invested into myself to better me. And I see a major difference. People who have been watching me for years can notice a major difference. But if I wasn't following my purpose and my passion, none of this would be happening. But I'm just glad that I am. I'm being obedient now. You know, I was very disobedient, wanting to do things my way, trying to tell God, this is the way I need to go. I had it figured out, but he was like, no, And when I look back, you know, I thank God for taking me through that, because I'm going to be able to use that on my journey. And as Chanel said, you know, a smoldering fire, yeah, it's getting ready to burn. It's getting ready to burn.
Girl, set it on fire and set it off in here. That's what Juvie would say. Y'all know Juvenile? No? Okay. So guys, listen.
Yes.
Thank you. You've heard from some amazing women tonight. If this has not shifted your mindset, I don't know what else you can hear that would ignite that fire in you to want to be able to get a strategy to leave your job, to not want to be able to find your passion, to not be able to want to do those things that will lead you in the direction, not just to your legacy, but to wholeness and joy. And there's a difference between joy and happiness. Happiness is temporary, but joy is that deep-seated thing that lets you know that you are walking in your zone of greatness. I'm just so grateful to all these women that came out to hang out with me tonight. Tisha, LJ, Kayshawn, Vicky, and Nunu, Jennifer King. Let me just be all professional. Jennifer. Guys, go ahead and hit that link, bit.ly/BYOB show 20. Make sure you go there, sign up, register, connect with us. You're going to get an autoresponder or an email that says join this group. Go ahead and join that group and be in that group with the other 756 people that are building their mindsets, that are shifting and transitioning, that are trying to do something different. Y'all, COVID-19 has taught all of us something. Don't let this time that the Most High has set aside for you, don't get it twisted. Don't think he's not in control.
That's
For all
true.
y'all people, let me say this. I am not saying he caused this. Girl, Miss Vicky, they be in my inbox just wilding out. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that in every calamity, he always brings his people out with more than what they went in. So if you know that you're his child, look for the greatness, look for the abundance, look for the opportunity. Stop looking at the negative. Pray, be peaceful in your spirit, and ask the Most High, what is it that I'm supposed to bring out of this? And then when he tells you, will you follow instruction? So you don't be stuck when they open these doors up. If I was y'all, I would never want to go back to work. I don't even see the reason why. Nunu, you want to give them some last words before we wrap up and
Yes,
get out?
and you know, you talked about praying. We're gonna come out, you know, of this better. And I prayed for toilet paper, and I got a whole case of toilet paper delivered yesterday. And because I've been back and forth with you about that toilet paper, I'm so excited about that toilet paper. Listen, because we were in a bind. I didn't know what I was going to do, but I kept on saying, I'm going to get me some toilet paper. And the people came with the toilet paper, right? So guys, we have got to take this time, find your passion, find your gift and use it. And then don't give up, because it is going to be hard. It is going to be hard. But 8 months later, I came out on the other side. My 13-year-old got to see me leave a job and be at home all day. Be at home all day with him right now, because if I would have still been at the job, I would have to go, because my unit is still there. My unit is still at the job and he's out of school. So what am I gonna do? I worked far from downtown. I would have had to either take him with me. I don't know what I would do. I'm not even gonna worry about it, because this was already predestined. And that broadcast was shared with me a year and a half ago, and I signed my contract. All of this was planned. Never thought I would come out on the other side with more money now than I've had in my life. And I'm 52. I'm 52. And I'm not saying that to brag. I am not saying that to brag. I am saying that to tell you now to wake up. You excited they giving you a job. You excited they giving you a little piece of money. You excited about all of that. But do you have a job now? Are you struggling? Did they furlough you? You have people now having to work harder at home than they ever did on a job. Now you got to teach your kids this, that, and the other. If I have to teach Kristen, I'm not paying no more taxes. I'm not a teacher. I'm sorry, Vicky. I'm not down in the profession, I'm just not the one. I'm just not the one. My gift and talent wasn't to teach kids. It was to stay as far away from them as possible. But when I came across Danielle Winningham, she saw more in me than I saw in myself. Y'all don't understand. She saw more in me than I saw in myself. And that's why I'm right here today, a totally different person, because I did the work. If you don't do the work, you're going to look up in 2021 and you're going to be right here where you were. I'm sorry, you got to do the work. And if you're not willing to do the work, please, God, don't complain. Don't complain. Because what you complaining for? What are you complaining for? You have an opportunity, and it might not even be with me. You probably need to go to Chanel first, because you don't need to dibble and dabble in stuff. Go to Chanel first. Find your passion, because I can't work with you if you don't know your passion. Go to Chanel first and then hit me up.
Oh, that's a mic drop. I don't know what else anybody can say after that. Nunu then Blue. Look, y'all, she just passionate. She wants the best for y'all. And it's hard when you want the best for other people and they can't see what's best for them. Guys, thank you so much for being here tonight. Vicky, my weekend crew, LJ, Kayshawn, y'all held it down. I might come sit. Can I come sit in with y'all next week? Y'all gonna let me in? Okay, y'all gonna put me on
Oh, good. Oh my God. We just be grinning when we see y'all teeth just dry.
Dry. All right, guys, those of you that are with us tonight, thank you so much for joining us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Periscope. You guys hung in there with us for the full hour. We appreciate it. Connect, remember, connect. bit.ly/BYOB show 20. Okay, guys, have a good night. Bye.
That was my 8-minute webinar.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
we
was
learned
I know
good.